Okay guys, back for another cast in the druid. So it's been a while since I uploaded last. Normally it's about every second day, but yeah, this time I actually had to grind quite a bit in order to make a video. So last time I logged out pretty much in the same spot. I'm in the northernmost part of Felwood, and I'm still grinding Timbermaw Hold reputation. So what I've done since the last is that I picked up one quest. I haven't completed it. I picked it up down here by the guy, not maybe it's River Breeze, but Grazel. Grazel here, I did a quest for initially. He's part of the Timbermaw Hold faction, and he's the first guy you sort of encounter when you get into Felwood down from Ashenvale when you come here first. Nothing leads to him, he's just there. He had a quest that was called, let me see, Timbermaw Ally, and you do that when you are 2500 hostile in reputation with Timbermaw Hold. It awards you 150 reputation, and you have to kill another additional 70 mobs in order to be unfriendly. At unfriendly, you can then kill another 600 mobs to become friendly, neutral is called, and then 600 additional mobs to become friendly, then another 1200 mobs to become honored, which I am now, and then finally you can do, and that's almost where I am now. I am at 11,900 out of 12,000 honor. Let me see, yeah, honored. So the reason why I'm standing here is that I wanted to grind the last 100 reputation. I'm just gonna do that, and we are talking 5 reputation per mob. So in total, when I reach the 12,000, I mean 100 more reputation, meaning I have to kill around 20 mobs. As you can see here, I get 5 reputation per kill. Then I will reach revered with Timbermaw Hold, and that has been from grinding. I wouldn't say only, because I did one quest that awarded me 150 reputation. And the reason why I did that quest is that I'm pretty sure I have to do it in order to get these mobs to drop feathers. And the feathers is one of those that I just got here. The Deadwood headdress feathers. They are sort of the main ingredient if you really want to push the reputation with this faction. But I'll show you when I've done my 100 reputation. Normally when I have done these videos, I started in by the sort of the faction quartermaster of Timbermaw Hold, but I chose not to do that this time. Another thing is that I can get these corrupted soul shards. They have a chance to drop when you kill mobs here, any mobs really in Felwood. 6 of these can be turned into 2 plant salvie. And when you come across a corrupted sunflower, you can then hand in 2 plant salvies. I'm gonna do that. The flower will then change in a couple of seconds, and after that it's a cleansed sunflower instead. When you pick this one up, you'll get a nice fat buff, and it's highly sought after, as I've told before, the Sunflower Serenade, because it'll give you 5% extra crit and all attributes increased by 15. So it's a very nice buff to have, especially when you're doing a long grind like this one. But the reason why I'm not standing in by the quartermaster as I've usually done is that I wanted to show that there's a single mob. When I hit the 12,000, which I will really soon, then there's a single mob that can award you reputation after. But the normal mobs, like this one for instance, they will not grind you any reputation anymore. And that's sort of the meat of this grind, is to getting to tipping reputation into revered without having done any quests, or only the one initially, in order to get the feathers to drop. So yeah, it's been a very long grind. We are talking a total grind of 4,870 mobs. So good Pharaon here got killed by some, because I'm talking a lot. I'm not keeping an eye on my mana, which I should. That's why I always try to keep a cooldown on Innovate, so I have something to fight with in case I do. In case I have a big mouth and talk too much and don't focus on my gameplay. It's gonna be fine though. Let's see, yeah, I'll take this guy. So you have 4,870 mobs, and that's the plan was to show you what do I actually get out of killing that many mobs. I mean, in gold and items and stuff. And there has dropped some stuff actually, including an epic actually. But you'll have to wait a little bit in order to see what actually dropped and what the economy was from killing almost 5,000 mobs around. I think they are mainly 53, 54, and 55, like this guy. Time to have a little snack, I think. And I've been pretty strict. I mean, if I did something in between that gave me a little gold, then I sort of sent it to my banker or something like that. So I knew exactly how much money I sort of, well, pretty much exactly how much money I made out of this very long grind, actually. So another 55, and we can get a little further. By the way, Moonkin here is excellent for farming these guys because the alarmer bots that I've talked about in the previous episodes can be rather annoying, and you can get a lot of aggro that is not that pleasant if you get too many. But with the root spell, I can sort of control where the alarmer bots start screaming. They will start sort of screaming for help when they are 50% hit points. So it's about pulling them, and as they are melee only, you can sort of pull them to you and then root them and in a place where their scream will not be troublesome. So let's see, we are at 11,955. And I want to push it to 12,000. So 45 reputation of 5 per mob mean I have to kill another 9 mobs. And oh, I think I'm going to do this guy first. Yeah, so there were like 3 different kinds. This is sort of the warrior kind that will enrage if they see a mate getting killed in their sort of proximity. And they will then do double damage compared to normal. Normal they will do like 50, 60 damage on me, but I have very good armor. I'm pretty much armored like a tank. 5,256 armor, that's pretty much like a tank with a shield, I think. At a decent, okay-ish geared tank at this level. The leggings I just got here, by the way, I won't say they drop a lot. I think they have maybe like 1% chance to drop, but I've probably, while I've been doing this grind here, they have probably dropped like 10 times, maybe more. And they don't sell, so I've just sort of rendered them. Yeah, so yeah, I think I'm gonna take this guy first. Let's see, 11,975. And I'll take a little snack here. Normally I buff up a little more than this. I have some additional spell power and especially mana regeneration, but as I need very few mobs now, 4 more mobs, then there's no reason to do it. And like I said, the reason why I haven't just done this and then show you from when I'm tipping the reputation into revered is that I wanted to show you that there was a mob that grinds you reputation after you hit revered. As one of the few, if not the only one. I don't know right now of any other mobs that would grant you reputation. There are probably some, especially in the neighboring zone of Winter Spring, for instance, where I haven't really been grinding any mobs yet. I think the whole point was to do the grind here up to revered, and then see how far we can take it from handing in the feathers, like the one I just got here, and doing the quests, and let's see how many additional mobs you might have to grind. Yeah, so how do we do this? I think I'm gonna do this patrol first. And again, this is a warrior, so it's not a danger. If they have a mace, it's the so-called alarm bot, and that's a problem. So as you can see now, I'm at 11,999. So actually, normally I'll always get 5 reputation, but as you can see, the last mob gave me only 4. And what you will notice now is that if I kill another mob, and then I'll get, no reputation. Except for this guy, he will still award me 15 Chieftain Bloodmore. He has the same spawn rate as the others, but I'm just gonna show you. So the first mob here is not gonna award me any reputation. And then this is always a double pull, so I'm just gonna root the other guy. And kill the alarm bot, the guy with the mace. And as you'll see now, he didn't award any reputation. Okay. Not to get too much aggro, it's a little bit tricky now because I got respawned. So I'm just gonna kill this guy first. And hopefully no one else will spawn right now. That will sort of ruin my little example here of... Anyway, I'm at 11,999, and when I kill this guy, he should still award me 15 reputation. As you can see, there we go. Just gonna go stealth, not to get any nasty surprises, but as you can see, he still awarded me 50 reputation. The others do not award me any reputation now anymore. So, I'm just gonna get out of here. So what I want to do is go to the Timbermaw Hold Quartermaster, just to show you what is actually obtainable at revered reputation. It's not really that much for me as I'm an alchemist and a herbalist, but that could be. It's just to show you the recipes that are around, and after that, I can show you what I actually obtained from grinding this many mobs. So yeah, currently I'm 14 out of 21,000 revered. And what I'm gonna do next is that I'm gonna hand in a ton of feathers. I was planning on doing it, but on the other hand, it's so repetitive that there's probably no reason to do it. What I got from... We could take this part now. So, what I got from grinding these almost 5,000 mobs is a ton of these feathers. So you can say I got 1,500 feathers from killing, well, almost 1,600 feathers from killing 5,000 mobs. So it's, in rough numbers, it's about every third mob will drop a feather for you. You can hand in 5 feathers. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. Well, I could... I'm just gonna speak to Nafien here. That awarded me 25 reputation, and I think, to be honest, I think I have to kill some of the mobs that I just killed in order for me to be able to hand in feathers. So you know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit with this. What I could do is go back down to Graysel that I started with initially back in episode. Let me see, 154, and handing in feathers. But that I think I'll save it, or I'll wait with it for now. I'm just gonna go talk to the quartermaster, and we're gonna look what we can actually obtain from from reaching revered with these guys. And as you can see, the mobs in here, normally they're actually hostile to you. They will attack you if you haven't sort of been grinding any reputation with them. But now they are actually friendly with me. This guy is actually a tailor, so he offers a quest, by the way, where you can hand in 30 rune cloth. But let's see. Let's see what he has to offer. So we are talking mail recipe here at revered. Not bad, but the materials are really expensive, so I don't know what it's worth, to be honest. And we have a leatherworking recipe here, 23 strings, 10 stamina on gloves. Not bad either, but again, mats are pretty wild. Revered, very nice shoulders. They are best in slot for priest, actually. Probably due to the mana regeneration, so I suppose it's for a healing priest. And I think we just moved down to friendly, and I think I've actually showed that before. The only recipe I could actually gain was this alchemy recipe, and I got that from friendly already. Friendly, honored, and I think I've showed that before. So yeah, I'm just gonna sell these couple of crappy items that I found, and then it's off to Everlook, where I have some stuff in my mail. So, from the grind alone, it netted me 289 gold. That's quite a sum. It's not from looting the mobs only, but also from selling trash like I just did now. Further, I was granted 80 stacks of rune cloth, and I sold. My plan was, well, I'd like to start working on getting the fast mount. So I was thinking, you know, I'm gonna make as much gold as I can. So I sold 52 stacks of around 2 gold per stack. There are a ton on the auction house, so they don't really award you that much money. But then on the other hand, I thought that, you know, my reputation with Thunderbluff, where I want to buy my mount, is at almost 7,000 revered. So I'd like to tip it into Exalted, then I'll get a further 10% discount on my mount. So I started keeping some of the rune cloth. So all in all, I sold 52 stacks of around 2 gold. So that's another 104 gold. You could say that's the sort of netto sum that I would have gotten myself. So from killing almost 5,000 or 4,870 mobs, I got a total, including selling rune cloth, of 393 gold, as you can see down here. What else dropped? I just had one of my bankers send it. You have to, before I show you, or I can show you actually, you have to realize that the mobs are from, I think they have 53 to 56, and there's only one mob, I think that's 56. So it's mainly 53, 54, and level 55 mobs. Typically mobs will drop items that are 5 levels below themselves, and that kind of show in the stuff that has actually dropped here. So what I got is Aegis of Stormwind, very decent shield, and I had one of my enchanters put 7 stamina on it, but it was mainly due to I could level enchanting on the shield. I'm gonna sell it, and I can imagine it can bring around 30 gold, something like that. Then I had 2 of these hammers, bone snappers. They should be very nice for enhancement chamois, from what I read, at this level, at level 48. And again, you can see this requires level 48, this requires level 49, and this requires level 48, and it fits with that the mobs are, like I said, 53 to 55, and they will typically drop items 5 levels below their own level. So it fits with all the items that drop. But I got 2 of the hammers, they are identical. I think they'll be a little rough to sell. To be honest, I think I'd have to be lucky to sell them for 20 gold a pop. So let's say 15 gold a pop and 30 gold here. That's another 60 gold. And then I had 2 pairs of these sandals of the Insurgent. Again, item level 49. These don't sell well, even though I actually use them myself still. just with a minor speed increase. But you know, there aren't that many druids, and they are mainly for healing druid on top. So yeah, most druids are actually sort of cat form. I haven't seen that many healing druids here. And then finally, the prize was freezing band here, item level 47. It should be bis for frost mage due to the frost spells have an additional 21 increase damage done by frost spells and effects by up to 21. And further, there's some PvP-ish, more like ability to... You have a 1%, so out of getting hit in melee by 100 hits, there's a 1% chance that you will deal 50 frost damage and freeze the attacker in place for 5 seconds. Very sort of PvP-ish like. So that's what dropped extra, so you could say 30 plus 15 plus 15 plus 10 plus 10. That's an additional 70 gold. This can sell for, I'd say, reasonable price, probably 250 gold, because it's actually best in slot even for frost mace, as pretty much at any level 62, due to the increased damage done by frost spells by up to 21. There are no better item, as I understand, for one of the raiders, if you're using frost spells, of course. Most raiders are fire, so yeah, but it can reasonably sell for 250. So you could say that on top of the almost 400 gold, I'll probably have an additional at least 300. So all in all, and naturally I was fairly lucky with getting an epic drop, but all in all we are talking about 700 gold from the grind, and I have additional 8 stacks of rune cloth that I can hand in. As an honorable mention, I got this hammer, 14 shadow spell damage. That's terrible for a one-hander. And 4 portals. The 4 portals, you can make a deck just like I made a deck for Darkmoon, the Darkmoon card Blue Dragon here. But this deck is pretty crappy if you're thinking in hardcore terms, because it'll give you a chance to revive with 50% hit points and mana, but naturally that is disabled due to this being hardcore. So further honorable mentions are when I'm have been grinding the mobs here in Felwood, and I'm doing sort of the circle up here around the lake, you could say. There are 4 different flowers that spawns in Felwood, and it's Plague Bloom, Groom's Blood, Dreamfoil, and Mountain Silver Sage. And they are all, you know, sort of high-end flowers for high-end elixirs for raiders, so they will sell pretty well. I think I've gotten pretty much, from just circling the area where I've been grinding, like 5 stacks of each. And as they sell for like 1 gold a piece, then we are talking another 200 gold. So I've almost I almost did grind around 1,000 gold, but it's due to me being a herbalist, and naturally many of you, if you actually choose to grind it, will not be a herbalist, and you cannot make this extra gold. About the feathers, it seems statistically it's about every third mob that will drop a feather, and I'm currently at almost 1,600 feathers. The 1,600 feathers I'm gonna hand in up in the northern part here by, I think it was called Nafien. See, is this guy? Well, I can't really see it here. Oh, there, yeah, Nafien. But in order to do so, I think I have to do one more quest first. So I think, guys, in the next episode, I'm gonna start doing some of the quests for the Timbermaw Hold faction, and then eventually I'm just gonna hand in the feathers as well. And yeah, without anyone watching, because it's gonna take a long time to hand in this many feathers, with 5 feathers per turn in. So without further ado, see you in the next episode. And thanks for all the enduring all the statistics breakdown of how to get a huge sort of leap versus Exalted with the Timbermaw Hold. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.